Guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today, Holmes Honda here in Shreveport, Louisiana has loaned me this 2020 Honda HRV. This is the EXL trim that we're going to take a look at today, but of course there are multiple trim levels available. And right off the bat, let me tell you about really the only major change you're going to see on the HRV for 2020. And it's found on everything beneath the touring level, and that's the fact that the Garmin navigation system is only available now on the touring trim HRV. So everything below that will not have navigation. Something that you might want to consider if this is something you want to pick up. When it comes to some of the nice creature comforts that make the HRV a good choice if you are looking for a crossover SUV is the fact that the average size adult is going to fit comfortably not only in the front seat but in the rear seats as well. Cargo space is something that the HRV is very innovative with. Not only with the available space, but the way it is set up. It also gets really good gas mileage at 28 miles per gallon in the city and 34 out on the highway. Why is that? The primary reason is found right here under the hood. While the 1.8-liter four-cylinder is not overly powerful, its 141 horsepower will get you down the road and save you quite a bit at the pump. Again, 28 and 34 on the gas mileage is fairly impressive in this day and age. And one thing I think about with a vehicle like this that is not putting out a lot of horsepower is that it's great for a new driver who you may be putting behind the wheel for the first time and you don't want them to have a lot of horsepower, or if you have a long commute to and from work or whatever you may do around your city every day, or if you're on the road a lot, this would also be a great choice because you are definitely going to save a lot of money at the gas pump. The motor is mated to a continuously variable transmission. Let's talk a little bit more about cargo space. I did mention that the HRV has a reasonable amount of cargo space. To begin with, yes, you do have space behind the rear seats, but the 40-60 split rear seats do fold down. There's a little lever on top of the outside of each of the seat backs that allow you to lower those and increase your cargo space that much more. Now, one thing I know a lot of people have said is they're disappointed about some of the Hondas that do not come with a spare tire. But you can rejoice because this model most certainly does. Underneath the floor here in the rear, you just lift that up. You'll see the tools to change the tire all in their tray right there. And if you lift that up, you can gain access to the spare tire. Something hopefully you won't ever need, but it is there if you do. Now remember, I said that there is plenty of room for the average size adult, not only in the front seat, but in the back seat as well. I'm 5'10", and even though the driver may have the seat a little bit further back and maybe reclined more than what I have right now, I fit very well back here based on how I had the seat set up. And there is a reasonable amount of space, and the seats are fairly comfortable, so your rear seat passengers are going to enjoy the ride, and you do have room for 3 people back here in the back seat. But let's talk about one of the features that you might find a little surprising in the front seat. And here in the front seat, you have a nice sunroof. And something that you and your passengers can enjoy, it is a sliding and tilting sunroof, and the controls for controlling that sunroof are found right here between the 2 map lights and just above the rear view mirror. The steering wheel has steering wheel mounted controls that allow you to do a lot. I'm not going to go into detail about what all is available there, but it's quite a bit, a nice amount of functionality and a very nice, easy to read instrument cluster. You also have shifter paddles if you wish to use those, as you can shift the continuously variable speed transmission with those shifter paddles, and it also has sport mode available. The in-dash screen, of course, controls quite a bit, allows you to change a lot of settings, pair your phone, all that good stuff. But like I said, unless you're picking up the touring version of the 2020 HRV, you will find that it does not come with the Garmin navigation system. Everything is nice and comfortable and easy to use here. Nice, comfortable steering wheel. Here you also have an automatic parking brake and brake hold function if you want that. And if you're not familiar with what that is, that allows you to come to a complete stop when that has been activated, and you can take your foot off of the brake pedal, but the brakes will remain locked until you push the gas pedal again. Kind of an interesting little feature. Tell me what you think about that in the comments section, because for me, I think that would be a little bit challenging to get used to. For other people, maybe not so much. Safety features available on the HRV EXL include a backup camera, collision mitigation braking system, Honda Lane Watch right side camera, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation, and lane departure warning. All right, we're going to do a quick little test drive here with the HRV. And I must say, first off, I like the way the HRV handles. It's fun to drive. It's a nimble little vehicle. It's a crossover. And if you're not familiar with what a crossover is, that's just a car that sits at SUV ride height. So it's going to have some of the characteristics of a car and some of the characteristics of an SUV. But the handling is definitely in the positive direction when it comes to the HRV, because it does sit a little bit lower to the ground than a conventional SUV would, whether it's a midsize or full-size SUV. So that's definitely a plus. The handling of this HRV is really good. Now, you don't have, like I said earlier, a lot of horsepower under your foot, but still, enough acceleration, enough power to be able to get where you need to go, to get up to highway speeds without any trouble. Not a big deal at all. One thing that is a tremendous plus when it comes to the HRV is that it is very easy to see out of. I like the visibility all the way around. And that will bring to a close my time with the 2020 Honda HRV. I would like to thank Holmes Honda for loaning me this HRV for the day. They always take great care of me, and I appreciate the staff there. And I'd like to thank all of you for taking the time to watch today's video. Please be sure to share it on your timelines on social media. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And of course, make sure to lightly tap that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I will see you next time, guys, on Vehicle Visionary. Have a great day.